Hey, Cowboys Nation. This is Cowboys Wire News, your home for breaking news, smart analysis, rumors, and film room insights. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a snap. Let's talk America's team. The NFL world woke up today to a thunderclap of a headline. Brandon AIYUK is officially a Dallas Cowboy. That's right, the former San Francisco 49ers wide receiver, one of the most explosive playmakers in the league, has landed in Texas to wear the iconic star on his helmet. And if you're a Cowboys fan, this news probably hit like a jolt of electricity, because this isn't just another move. This is a statement. The Cowboys are tired of being almost there. They're tired of the heartbreaks in January, the criticism of not being able to get over the hump, and the endless comparisons to the glory days of the 1990s. AIYUK's arrival represents a shift in energy, a sign that Jerry Jones and Mike McCarthy are all in. This is the Cowboys saying, "We're not waiting for next year. We want it now." It's the kind of aggressive move that fans have been begging for, and it completely reshapes how we look at this Dallas offense heading into the new season. Suddenly, Dak Prescott has another weapon who can burn defenders deep, slice through zones, and turn short routes into long touchdowns. This isn't just another signing. This is the Cowboys putting the NFL on notice. Brandon AIYUK's arrival in Dallas instantly raises the ceiling for an offense that already had serious potential. Think about it. You've got CeeDee Lamb, already one of the best wide receivers in football, now paired with a guy who thrives on precision routes and explosive after-the-catch ability. Defenses can no longer focus all their attention on Lamb, because AIYUK is the kind of player who punishes single coverage. The Cowboys' offense suddenly becomes far less predictable. They can stretch the field horizontally and vertically, and that opens up everything for Dak Prescott. It opens the playbook for Mike McCarthy in ways fans haven't seen since the peak days of Tony Romo and Dez Bryant. And let's not forget Tony Pollard in the backfield, whose versatility complements this passing attack perfectly. With AIYUK in the mix, the Cowboys don't just look balanced, they look dangerous. You can already imagine the noise at AT&T Stadium when Dak drops back, scans the field, and fires a laser to AIYUK streaking across the middle. This move adds swagger, explosiveness, and unpredictability, all the ingredients Dallas has been missing when it mattered most. But beyond the highlight plays, AIYUK brings something else that's hard to measure: toughness. He's got that edge, that competitive fire that thrives in big moments. Cowboys fans have been craving that kind of energy for years. AIYUK doesn't back down, and he brings a mentality that can elevate the entire locker room. When you combine that mindset with a team that's already filled with stars and personalities, the chemistry could be electric or volatile, depending on how the egos mesh. Dak Prescott has shown he can handle strong personalities, but managing touches and expectations between Lamb and AIYUK will be crucial. Still, competition breeds greatness, and AIYUK's presence could push Lamb to reach another level. That's the thing about great duos. They sharpen each other. We've seen it before with tandems like Chase and Higgins, Hill and Waddle, Jefferson and Addison. Now it's Lamb and AIYUK's turn. And if it clicks, if this chemistry takes off the way it looks on paper, the Cowboys could finally have that offensive identity that makes defensive coordinators lose sleep week after week. Of course, every blockbuster move brings pressure, and there's plenty of that in Dallas. Nobody escapes the microscope under the bright lights of America's team. For Brandon AIYUK, this isn't just a new chapter, it's a test. In San Francisco, he played in a system designed to maximize yards after catch, with Kyle Shanahan drawing up intricate plays. In Dallas, the expectations are different. Here, he'll be asked to win one-on-one battles, to be the difference maker when the play breaks down, to be the guy Dak trusts when everything is on the line. The Cowboys fan base doesn't just want production. They want fireworks. They want attitude. They want results in January. That's the burden of the star. But AIYUK seems built for this. He's been vocal about wanting a bigger role, about wanting to be featured, and now he's got that platform. The stage is massive, and the opportunity couldn't be brighter. The question is, can he deliver when it matters most? What's fascinating about this move is how it shifts the narrative around Dak Prescott. For years, critics have said he doesn't have enough weapons or that he needs everything to be perfect to succeed. Well, that excuse is officially gone. With AIYUK and Lamb, Dak now has two elite targets who can separate, run crisp routes, and make defenders look foolish. This puts the pressure squarely on him, and he knows it. This could be the season that defines his legacy with the Cowboys. If he thrives, if he connects with AIYUK the way he's connected with Lamb, he could silence every critic and reclaim his place among the league's top quarterbacks. But if the offense sputters, the noise will only get louder. That's the reality in Dallas. Success and scrutiny walk hand in hand. But for now, there's optimism. You can feel it. The AIYUK signing feels like a spark, a jolt of hope that maybe, just maybe, this is the missing piece that can take them all the way. Even around the league, the buzz is deafening. Opposing teams are paying attention, analysts are reworking their power rankings, and fans are already imagining matchups. Picture it. AIYUK versus the Eagles secondary, or a primetime shootout against the 49ers, his former team. That storyline alone could fuel an entire week of NFL drama. But beyond the headlines, there's a football reality to this. AIYUK changes how defenses approach Dallas. No more stacking the box to stop the run, no more bracketing Lamb on every third down. The Cowboys suddenly force defenses into hesitation, and hesitation is death in the NFL. This move isn't just about adding a star name. It's about creating stress, confusion, and mismatches. It's about taking control of games, not reacting. The Cowboys haven't had that kind of offensive leverage in years. Now, with AIYUK on board, the possibilities are endless, and so are the expectations. Behind the scenes, insiders are already whispering that this move was months in the making. The Cowboys front office reportedly had AIYUK on their radar since last offseason, watching the tension between him and the 49ers quietly grow. There were rumors about contract frustrations, hints on social media, and subtle signs that AIYUK wanted out of San Francisco's crowded offense. Dallas saw its chance. Jerry Jones, never one to shy away from bold moves, pulled the trigger the moment negotiations opened up. The details of the deal are still trickling in, but word is that the Cowboys were aggressive, offering a package that included high draft capital and possibly a future starter on defense. That's how serious they were about landing him. It wasn't a casual pursuit, it was an obsession. And that makes this story even juicier because when Jerry gets involved personally, you know he sees something big. He's not playing checkers, he's playing chess, and AIYUK might just be his queen on the board. In the locker room, reactions have been overwhelmingly positive. CeeDee Lamb reportedly reached out to AIYUK immediately after the news broke, welcoming him and even hinting at off-season workouts together. Dak Prescott posted a cryptic but excited emoji on social media, just an eye and a fire symbol, but fans knew exactly what that meant. There's a buzz building in Dallas, a sense that something special is coming. And honestly, that energy matters. Teams feed off that kind of momentum long before the first snap of the season. AIYUK's work ethic and attitude have earned him respect around the league, and blending that with Lamb's smooth confidence could create one of the most dynamic duos in football. Still, chemistry doesn't form overnight. It takes reps, communication, and trust. But judging by the early vibes, the Cowboys might have found not just a playmaker, but a new heartbeat for their offense. Meanwhile, in San Francisco, the reaction has been bittersweet. Fans are divided. Some are sad to see AIYUK go. Others are relieved the drama is over. The 49ers built their identity on depth and system versatility, and losing AIYUK leaves a hole in that rhythm. But for Dallas, that's someone else's problem. What matters is that AIYUK now has freedom. He's stepping into an offense that wants to feature him, not rotate him. The Cowboys scheme is built around giving their stars the ball and space, and AIYUK thrives in that environment. Expect plenty of motion, crossing routes, and design touches that let him create after the catch. The idea is simple: let your playmakers play. And when you combine that philosophy with his explosiveness, Dallas might have just unlocked a new version of their offense, one that feels fast, fearless, and finally modern. Of course, the media circus around this move isn't slowing down anytime soon. Every training camp practice, every preseason snap will be dissected. Analysts will debate whether AIYUK can live up to the hype, whether Dak can elevate him, or whether this is another Cowboys offseason headline that fizzles by December. That's the nature of being in Dallas. Everything is magnified. But AIYUK seems ready for it. He's built for big moments, and he's not afraid of the spotlight. In fact, he might thrive in it. For years, people have said Dallas needs that killer instinct, that alpha energy to match their talent. Maybe this is it. Maybe AIYUK is the one who brings that fire, that hunger, That edge that turns this roster from good to great. Because let's face it, talent alone doesn't win championships. Identity does. And if AIYUK helps this team find theirs, the league better be ready. Fans, of course, are already dreaming. Jerseys are selling out, highlight reels are flooding timelines, and YouTube compilations of AIYUK's best plays are trending. Cowboys Nation is buzzing like it hasn't in years. It feels like that early 2010s excitement when Dez was making acrobatic catches and Romo was slinging it all over the field. Except now, there's a sense that the team is more complete, more focused. The defense, led by Micah Parsons, is already elite. The offense just needed one more piece to explode. Now they have it. You can practically feel the electricity around this franchise. Every fan who's been waiting, hoping, suffering through playoff heartbreak after playoff heartbreak, suddenly has a reason to believe again. AIYUK's arrival doesn't guarantee a Super Bowl, nothing does, but it gives Dallas something they've been missing for too long, hope mixed with legitimate firepower. And maybe, just maybe, that's what makes this story so special. It's not just about stats or cap space or roster construction. It's about belief. The Cowboys are chasing something bigger than a headline. They're chasing a moment, a feeling that's been gone for decades. Brandon AIYUK might not be the savior, but he's the spark. Every great team has that moment when everything changes, when potential turns into purpose. Maybe this is Dallas's moment. Maybe this is the turning point. One thing's for sure, the NFL just got a lot more interesting. Because when the Cowboys are hot, the league buzzes louder. And with AIYUK wearing that star, every Sunday just got a little more dangerous, a little more unpredictable, and a whole lot more exciting. The Cowboys have made their move. Now it's time to see if it's the one that finally brings them home. Before we roll on, subscribe to Cowboys Wire News, drop a like, and turn on the bell. Your support keeps the Dallas Cowboys updates coming. Tell us what you think in the comments. The buzz surrounding Brandon AIYUK's arrival is intensifying, with insiders hinting at a mix of excitement and anticipation that is almost tangible across the Cowboys organization. Rumors indicate that internal strategies are being refined daily to maximize his contribution, from specialized drills to targeted plays that showcase his unique talents. Fans speculate endlessly about what his first game will look like, imagining explosive receptions, deep threats, and third-down conversions that could immediately alter the team's momentum. Analysts debate not just his physical capabilities, but the cultural and motivational influence he could exert, with some suggesting that his presence alone may elevate team morale, enhance locker room chemistry, and inspire veterans to take their performance to new heights. Social media is alive with projections, fan art, highlight compilations, and strategic speculation, creating a feedback loop of excitement that feeds directly into mainstream coverage. There are whispers that rival teams are already adjusting defensive schemes in anticipation, signaling that the immediate impact of AIYUK extends beyond the Cowboys' sideline, affecting league-wide strategies and narratives. The rumor mill, fueled by insiders, analysts, and fans alike, paints a portrait of Brandon AIYUK not simply as a new addition, but as a transformative presence, a catalyst for excitement, and a player capable of redefining both expectations and realities for Dallas in ways that could resonate throughout the entire NFL landscape. The rumor surrounding Surtain's role has also sparked conversation about his potential impact on key matchups within the NFC East. Analysts are pointing to upcoming games against high-powered passing attacks, noting that his ability to shadow elite wideouts could be a decisive factor in close contests. Reports from practice insiders indicate that he has been consistently outperforming expectations, making plays in both man and zone coverage that suggest a readiness to carry the CB1 mantle with authority. Fans and media outlets are theorizing about possible interceptions, pass breakups, and coverage dominance that could swing pivotal games in Dallas' favor. Podcast hosts are speculating that Surtain's rumored promotion could even force opposing quarterbacks to rethink pre-snap reads, delaying throws, and creating opportunities for pressure from the defensive front. Analysts are emphasizing that the secondary's overall cohesion may be elevated as a direct result of Surtain assuming the top corner role, providing teammates with confidence that allows them to take calculated risks and play more aggressively. This buzz paints a vivid picture. A defensive backfield orchestrated around a premier talent capable of reshaping game plans, dictating matchups, and establishing a sense of strategic control rarely seen at the cornerback position. Social media discussion highlights anticipation and excitement, as fans imagine certain locking down top receivers, creating highlight reel moments, and fundamentally altering the trajectory of divisional games, fueling a rumor-driven narrative that elevates him to a position of outsized influence in what could be one of the most talked-about defensive storylines of the season. That's a wrap from Cowboys Wire News. For breaking Cowboys updates, subscribe, drop a like, and turn on the bell. Tell us your take in the comments.